Hey, my creative friends. It is that time of day. We're going to talk creativity. My name is Shannon from Shannon Studio. And this week, this whole week, we're going to talk about Christmas things. Yesterday, we talked about a little bit about traditions and the spirit of Christmas. But before we get into that, today in Sweden, I went to the Modern Museum in Stockholm, and I didn't get very far in it, which is totally okay. It's just that we got there, we talked, there's a couple people I go with, Jean and Margarita, and we go down and I go to a cafe early because I usually just drop Joseph off, and instead of walking home, taking the train and walking home, then walking back to the train, and I just go straight down to Stockholm. And I usually find a cafe, which I found a nice one today, Art Bakery. And I just usually sit there and work until the other two gals come. And then usually we sit and visit for a little bit. And it's just a nice, relaxing day. And, we see what we want to see. And so we go into the museum. And most of the museums have a bookstore, which I love museum bookstores. Hi, Tricia. Hey. I actually just love museum bookstores. I don't know why they have books maybe that other places don't. Does somebody know that? I mean, I just usually when I go there, I see books I've never seen before, and they're just really cool, artsy, kind of in that vein of design and being creative and storytelling, and they're just great books. And I usually want to buy a lot of them. What I'm doing now when I see a book is it has to be compact for me now, because we'll have to ship it all home and stuff. I'm only trying to buy small books, except I did buy this cool map book I might have to show you later. But anyways, love the bookstore. So we spent time in the bookstore, and then we went and there was a gingerbread house temporary exhibit there, and there had to be over 100 gingerbread house by kids, and that was just fun to see all those gingerbread and all that creativeness going on. That was adorable to go see. And then we looked at some architecture, and then we had some lunch, and so I never got to the main part of the Modern Museum. But I had fun anyways. So sometimes, you start out and you think you're going to do something, and instead you just decide to enjoy yourself some other way. And that's kind of the way it was today. And the sun was out. And I don't know. It's never been a big deal to me, the sun shining. Of course it's shining. It shines all the time. And it doesn't shine all the time. I mean, it comes up, but we don't see it shine. There's a lot of cloud cover. And so today the light was beautiful. So we had stopped to take some pictures, and it was a nice, creative, felt good day. I really liked it. So let's get to our tip. And let's see, our tip is about Christmas gift giving today. And yes, I was thinking about books, giving books from the bookstore. So I got lost there in my own thought. Okay, so a lot of times, some of these tips are mine. I've asked other people today what they think. So one of the things that is hard when you're giving a gift is that the receiver of the gift, they're picky, or they have everything, or their house is just so, and you can't pick out something that will go in their house, their style, their like. And so it makes it difficult, because it's like, what if they don't like it? Then they'll picture frame. What if they don't like it? And then they'll have to keep it out, and it's a thing. So a lot of times what I would do, I found myself doing every year, and I would make a Christmas gift, because they keep it out for a few weeks, maybe, not even that long, but usually a couple weeks, and that's it. They don't have to see it again. If they don't like it, they can just put it away. And usually when I was younger, I would do those kinds of gifts in the summertime. So then by the time Christmas came, I was like done. I would just give out the gifts a little bit in advance and call it good. Now I go out on Christmas Eve a few times in the last little while. But I'm not as harried about Christmas as I used to be because, the kids, we have a few less kids. So that's one thing, to give something that's seasonal so then they can just put it away. Also, my daughter suggested giving them something that gets used up. So like notepads or something that's not going to last. And so pretty much if they don't like it, it's not going to last. And so, yeah, it's like, it's not gonna mess up their things in life that are, that they've got going for them, or they're important, or something like that. So those are 2 tips for to people who you don't know what to give. So also with each topic, if you have a thought, write it down and share it with us. Yesterday, Donna shared a tradition she does, which is so sweet. You'll have to go in the comments and read it, about sending stories to each other every year. And then she's been collecting them in a book. I can't remember. I don't know if it was just Christmas stories, what they've been doing for the year. I'll have to check on that. And then she's collected the stories, and then they have them in a book so that they can go back to them. And what a sweet gift that's going to make for their families in the years to come. And then in December, they would read stories. They would read a book every night, Christmas story every night. And then her husband would end on Christmas Eve with a Christmas story from the Bible. And then that's like how it started. And then they started writing their own stories. Hi, Rose. Tricia says, give them an idea book. Oh, Tricia brings back memories of our young woman's idea book. Okay. 2, give something, the same gift every year. Now this might not fit them exactly to their most like things. So I know the Della Robbia, I think that's how you say it. They have them from Boys Republic that would here in Chino, California, and every year Christmas wreaths, and every year people would send them out. So certain people would get a wreath every year from this list. They would just do it every year, so they could expect a Christmas wreath every year. I used to give my dad, he loved Pepperidge Farm, Pepperidge Farm, the sausage thing, the salami thing, whatever it was. I remember what it looked like. And I would get that for him every year because he loved it. And so just every year, I didn't have to think, I didn't have to do it. It's something he loved. And, it was just a regular thing. And it became our thing, and it became kind of a tradition. And that goes to the tradition gift, where you can start a tradition. I was talking to Jesse, who heard from Lee in my congregation ward at home, and I guess Lee Jones gives a nativity ornament to her family. And so she had a collection that she was showing to the women of this little tree thing where it had all these little nativity ornaments on it. And Jesse said it was really cute. So tradition where you're going to give something that's like that's similar in thought, and then people just kind of expect it, and they start, which goes to my next thing, is to start a collection for them. So and go back to the traditional one. Tradition, you can have a party so that you just invite friends, and it doesn't have to be a specific thing. You just want to enjoy their company. So you throw a Christmas party, or you throw an after Christmas party. You send out the invitations at Christmas time, and say you're invited to Merry Christmas. You're invited to our after Christmas party, and plan it for the end of January or something, and give out the invitation. So it can be something fun and different Trisha says, I make a calendar of the favorite pictures of the year and then and out in the family birthdays and put on the family birthdays on the days in the calendar. I think I got that right. And she uses hers for a journal. My grandmother used to do that. Put up a calendar and she write in it every day as a little journal entry. And I've done actually the pictures on the calendar too, where I put in little family pictures. And yeah, that's a great gift. Great gift. And if you know that's what you're going to do, and if you do it every year, you can just collect them as you go. And then at the end of the year, when you're ready to print them, they're already done. It's not a lot of stress for you. I mean, some of these things, it's to take out the stress of what am I going to give? And to have some thoughtfulness going it prior to, because I don't know about you, I never remember what anybody wants when I go out shopping. I don't know what it is. It's like frontal cortex shuts down. And so it's like I cannot remember a thing. So let's see, start a collection for them. It could be those little pins you get at places. And you can collect them from different places during the year and then give them all, something like that. Or the snow globes, Jessie was saying snow globes. She loves snow globes. She would keep them up all year if she could, start a snow globe collection. Or, we started I told you when Layla passed away, I started collecting angels every Christmas. So, have that. I mean, there's different things like a collection or a collection that they already have, add to it. So you can also do, here's another one, activity kits. So for somebody who's super busy and they are always working, but for instance, a cookie kit. If somebody made me cookies cooked and put frosting in a bag and gave me a few sprinkles so that I could sit down with my family and just open the thing and have an experience with my family that I didn't have to produce, I think that would be great. So, I mean, if you did a gingerbread kit for them, a cookie kit for them, something where they have an experience with their family. And so, and you give them everything they need for that. And I've seen movie nights where people do that with movie nights, give, like a movie and popcorn and stuff in a little bowl. And actually, that's one I did that goes to the next tip. I didn't know these tips were going to feed on each other. But one of the things that I would do is sometimes personalize a gift. So, and I didn't have a lot of money, so I would for a few years, I would take those plastic bowls you get at like the dollar store and take a paint pen and write their name on the side, like the Christians, and do these little popcorn shapes, put popcorn in video, and bam. And then they just have to wash it, put it in their cupboard. It was like $2 or $3, but it was personalized for them. And when you can give something personalized, it makes it more fun. Rose says, my mother-in-law would make quilt blocks for her granddaughters to embroider with threads and needles. Oh, you know what? I love gifts like that, where it's just that connection. Trisha says we still use our popcorn bowl. Yep, I did the little popcorn bowl. It seems like for a couple of years there, it was just so easy and it was just personalized and it had your names. That's so funny, Trisha. Quilt box. I like that idea of for her granddaughters to remember. Yeah, I like that idea. So yes, keep sharing your ideas too. Okay, another thing is to a subscription. A monthly subscription. There are all kinds of things. Obviously, I think of the arts and crafts, but they have other ones that you can do. They have business courses that are subscription based. So it means you pay somebody that does something every month, and you give a gift certificate that says, I signed you up for this, or would you, I want to give you a subscription. Here's the subscription I'd like to give you. Is there somebody else? Or, subscription, something that they can have every month. And there's, like I said, all kinds. So then it's like gift giving all month, all year long. Trisha says it is patched with red tape, the bowl. I did say it was cheap wool, didn't I? But yeah, that's a long time ago for you to still have that. And in fact, I got some enamel. I'm kind of like upped my game a little bit. I got these black enamel ones for $3. They're really nice. They were like 70% off, and I got they're about the same size as the ones I used to use, and I'm going to use the paint pen, personalize it. So I'm like doing it and going to give those things out this year too. Rose says when they finished the blocks, she would quilt the blocks into a baby quilt. That is so, which if you can give meaningful gifts like that, that's always the way to go. And something like that, Rose, I mean, that's just so meaningful that they will remember it. And that's a great example, a great idea. And then the last tip I had was meet a need. A lot of times people will say what they want, and if you can meet that need instead of just giving them, I mean, sometimes we just have to give what we can give. We can't meet everyone's needs. And sometimes I just want to think of people, and so, you do something simple just because you love them all year long, and this is just another chance to say, you know what, you're important in my life. But then there's some people that you want to be specific about what you do for them. And so meeting a need and is something that you can do, something they've asked for. So hopefully that will get your wheels spinning a little bit to do gifts, and maybe you decide this year I'm just going to do this every year, and so it makes it easier for you so you can enjoy the holidays as well. I was walking home, partway home tonight with a friend from the same school Joseph goes to. And she said to me, she goes, we didn't do Thanksgiving. And I said, you know what? We didn't either. I said, it was so weird. And this is both our first Thanksgiving here. And I said, it was really weird because it wasn't like Thanksgiving. I mean, nobody celebrates it here. They were all in school, and the husbands worked, and it was just, she goes, this was the best Thanksgiving I ever had. I just thought, that's so sad. We work ourselves. And I said, me too. I said, me too. I said, it wasn't the best, but it was the most relaxing. We get ourselves worked up about certain things. And I think sometimes we need to just stop ourselves and take a look and be really deliberate about what we're going to do so that we can enjoy ourselves too. And that we can still do the things we want to do, but maybe streamline them a little bit more. And maybe step back and be a little more thoughtful about it so that it's not a thing, but that it's real gift giving. Does that make sense? Okay, so continue to write ideas and check back to see other people's ideas. Like Donna's, she wrote hers after the fact, and it really is a sweet one. So let's see. I think that was all the tips on my little list. So I hope you have a good Christmas season and that it's starting out really well. I hope, like I said, I hope these tips might help you with some of your gift giving. And remember, you have a creative heartbeat, so listen for it, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye.